Welcome back, guys. In this video I'm going to be working on my 2001 Insight, and because I just did the PCV valve on my Forester, I thought I'd jump over here and check the PCV valve over here. They're very cheap, but in this video what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it out and try to clean it this time instead of just replace it like I did with my Forester. And if you still have the cover, of course, you have to take off the bolts that are holding it in place so we can actually get down to the engine. So once you get that little engine cover off, it's very easy to find. It is the red plug right here. If yours isn't red, then it's this one right here. So easy hose clamp, you just pinch that off and we're gonna pull this off. And it should just be held in by a rubber grommet. So you're just gonna have to wiggle it and pull this out. You might have to change that rubber grommet if it's really old and really cracked. That also could be your problem if you're having rough idle or anything that a PCV valve does have as a side effect when it's going bad. So once the hose is off, we can grab the PCV valve and pop it out. So you can see this thing is quite oily and there's no clicking, there's no rattling, there's no movement, so this is a perfect example, and I'm gonna go inside and get this thing cleaned. Okay, so here I am inside. Now, because the PCV valve is pretty basic, it's just a tube with a little ball valve inside it, there's not a whole lot that you can do to ruin this in terms of chemical cleaners. So you can get carburetor cleaner and toss it in here and kind of break up all the gunk that's in here. You can use brake cleaner. There's a lot of different things you can use. I have brake cleaner, so I'm gonna spray some in there, let it soak in a little bit, kind of break up the crap that's in here, and maybe once this is all done, spray a little WD-40 in here to get the ball moving and break up anything else that might be in there. So after a little bit of cleaning, you guys might be able to hear that the ball is at least somewhat loose now. So a little bit, but I'm gonna keep doing some cleaning and hopefully get this thing nice and clean. So with a little bit more work with the brake cleaner, I was able to get this thing loose. See if you guys can hear this. Now you can actually hear the thing, the little valve inside moving back and forth. So yeah, this thing is good to go back in the car. So yeah, now I just need to wait for it to stop raining because I don't have a garage. Well, now that it's stopped raining and I can actually jump back out here, I have my valve. You can hear it. It's nice and loose, it's rattling around. Doesn't look like I need to replace the grommet on here. It looks totally fine, it's not cracked or anything, so I can shove this back in here. There we go. And then I can hook the hose back in, make sure I get the hose clamp back on there. And that's pretty much it. Put your cover back on if you have the cover. I dropped one of the washers on top, so I need to go fishing around on the ground for that. That's gonna be fun. But I hope you guys enjoyed. If you do have one of these cars, if you don't, I hope you enjoyed watching. Hey guys, thanks for sticking around to the end of the video. If you haven't already, make sure you follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram so you can get some behind the scenes stuff that hasn't happened yet and unreleased content that no one else has seen. And if you haven't already, watch that video. And if you watch that video, watch that video. And if you've watched both of those videos already, make sure you subscribe down here. Yeah, watch this stuff. It's awesome. And if you've watched that, and subscribe,